right. As she mentioned, I'm Rodrigo Coelho, CEO of Edge and Node, and I'm happy to be here today. And I'm happy to finally reveal what we have been working on for the better part of a year. And first of all, though, who is Edge and Node and why should you listen to what we have to say? Well, Edge and Node is the founding team behind the Graph. And for those of you that aren't familiar with the Graph, it's a blockchain and indexing protocol that was founded in 2018. We've launched a decentralized network in 2021. And to put it in Chainlink terms, since we're here at SmartCon, we're complementary protocols. You could view Chainlink as taking outside data and putting it into the blockchain. The Graph is what gets the data out. So writes and reads, Chainlink would be writing, the Graph is reading the data out. And we've powered some of the top dApps in the ecosystem, and our infra is run by some of the top banks in the world. In fact, I think I can mention this now that the cat's out of the bag, but yesterday the CTO of DTCC, Dan Doney, mentioned in his panel that the DTCC uses the heck out of the Graph. So if it's good enough for them, let's take his word for it. Our infrastructure has served trillions of queries over the years. We were the creators of subgraphs, which has become the de facto standard in blockchain indexing. And we're experts in blockchain data, and we're part of efforts underway to create new standards with ISO, for example. We had a couple people down at the conference going on this week as well in Miami. And the open source code we maintain has been downloaded millions of times by developers worldwide. So I think you could say when it comes to indexing blockchain data, we should know what we're talking about. We're also the founders of the House of Web3. It's a co-creation facility in the heart of San Francisco's Presidio, where builders from around the world come together to solve the world's most pressing problems. It's open for co-working, so if any of you are in San Francisco, please stop by as my guest. And it's got fantastic views of the Golden Gate Bridge. It's really a beautiful space. So let's set up the context for our desire to improve the current state of the world. Traditional databases are slow. Databases are a 30-year-old technology, and they weren't really designed for a transaction-heavy world like we have today. They're inflexible, they're general purpose, and they're not for blockchain transactions. So off-the-shelf databases, they bloat in cost, storage, and latency. And they're unscalable. There's no native support for AI, for blockchain interoperability. Many systems today are cobbled together with off-the-shelf solutions. And the number of blockchains is only increasing over time, so it's just compounding the problem. And it's a struggle to get consistent, reliable data across blockchains with current solutions. And with this, we're happy to announce for the first time publicly today, AMP, the world's first enterprise blockchain native database. So we took our almost decade of experience as experts in data infrastructure, and we asked ourselves, if we were to start over today and build something for the future from the ground up, from first principles, what would we build? And that is AMP. So let's discuss some of AMP's features. AMP offers verifiably extracted data with end-to-end lineage. So I want to double click on this really quick because verifiability is a huge point, especially for compliance. You need to have proof that the data sitting on your servers matches what is on the blockchain. And we can offer that proof. And how do we do this, you might ask? With math. AMP offers multi-chain access. And as I said earlier, the number of blockchains is only increasing. And data lives on many different chains now, and we can rapidly add new chains as they arise. AMP offers composable datasets, so you can piece together data like different Lego blocks and create single views from different data sources. And we have multiple delivery methods, so we meet you where you are. We can give you the data how you want it and how you need it. So now let's review a bit of the technical architecture without getting too technical. AMP offers flexibility in how it's delivered. So it's available locally, on-prem, or in cloud. And on-prem is important because many enterprises have a requirement to run code in their secure environments, maybe in a specific locality. AMP offers compliance and data sovereignty with no third-party access to logs or query data. And AMP is secure. It can be run behind a firewall and integrated with internal identity systems. And AMP is interoperable. It integrates with BI tools and enterprise data warehouses and data lakes like Snowflake, Datadog, Splunk, Grafana, etc. And lastly, AMP is accurate. It indexes events in real time with built-in reorg handling. And reorgs are one of the nuances with blockchain that make it a challenge to work with. So let's look at some of the use cases where AMP can be applied, and this is certainly not an exhaustive list. For compliance needs, you can index and monitor on-chain flows with structured provable data. For analytics, you have cross-chain visibility for adoption, costs, and asset performance. And for audit trails, you can monitor exposures across digital assets. So these are just a few examples of how enterprises might use data from AMP. So now we're going to get into some of our initial benchmarking numbers. And let me tell you, some of these numbers caught even us by surprise. So AMP is more than twice as storage efficient as other full node databases. AMP is almost 6 times faster than BigQuery on public datasets. And we're just warming up here. AMP is 100 times faster than other competitors, and we have sub-second data freshness. So to give you an idea, we had a 1-second data load versus our competitors who had 101 seconds of loading for a similar test. That would be like you count to 1, your data's there, while you're waiting almost 2 minutes for the other competitor's data to load. And this one we had to triple check because it blew us away. We had over 4,000 times faster backfills as compared to other traditional RPC endpoints. And lastly, AMP processes 4 million events per second. Other competitors are in the thousands per second event range or less. So really impressive numbers. We were blown away by these, and we're really excited to share this with everybody. And that is AMP. Real-time, verifiable, secure, and compliant enterprise on-chain data. So as you can imagine, we've worked really hard on this. We're really excited about this, and we're happy to finally release it to the world. We think this is going to set the new standard in blockchain indexing and blockchain data, and we can't wait to tell you more about it. Thank you all for your time. And who's ready to get amped? So if you'd like to learn more about AMP, scan the QR code to request a demo, or my contact info is on the slide, or come and find me and my team with the Graph or the Edge and Node team here at the conference. And thank you again.